Hi guys, okay, I'm back and I'm here ready to film my claymation. I came back to my setup from the last video. You can see I marked where my corners for my backdrop are. I marked where my phone is going to set, and I also marked where my vase, because I'm going to use my vase to support my phone, is supposed to be positioned. Okay, so if you are using your phone, do mark it, because obviously you'll have to take your phone with you. You can't leave it there for the course of the week because you will need it in your daily routines. Okay, so I'm putting my vase back. I'm putting my phone where I marked it, so it's in the exact spot every single time, and I'm going to secure it so it does not fall over as I'm photographing. And I'm just using a little bit of tape to stick it down to keep it from rocking and tipping. Miss Smith is calling me. Okay, so I got it all stuck down. Now I am ready to start. Now, at the end of the last video, I was talking about character size, and I had made this gigantic bunny to use in my claymation. However, now that I have everything set up, if I set him in the screen, he's actually way too big. He doesn't fit in the frame of the screen. So I'm wanting you to watch this video before you make your characters, because if you make your characters way too big and you put a lot of time into it, you might not be able to use them if they don't fit. So that's why I want you to set everything up and go through this video, have the film, the background, the screen set up so you know how big to make your characters. Okay, so this guy was a mess up. He's way too big. I had to remake my bunny, and you can see the difference in size from the original to the one I'm actually going to use in my story. Okay, so just put that on your radar as you're creating your characters. So I did make a character. I made a little bunny, right? I'm doing a little bunny series because my little girl likes bunnies. I didn't want to have too many skinny appendages because I didn't want this bunny to fall apart as I was manipulating it through my story. Okay, so there's my bunny. I can see if I place him in my screen, he's a much better size. I could move him closer and see the whole bunny. I could move him back and see the whole bunny. Okay, so I have room to work because the bunny is small enough for my scene. Okay, so once I have it all set up, I'm going to start. Now, my story, just to give you a quick synopsis, I want it to be about a bunny who goes and jumps in some leaves. Okay, since we're here in the fall season, that's really all my story is about. You do have to have your animal come into the screen and exit the screen, and somewhere between entering and exiting, you're going to manipulate and use the clay and your props to make a little story or something happen. Okay, so a couple things I'm going to come across. My bunny does want to enter into the screen. However, one thing to think about before I start is my lighting. Now here in the studio, I just have my lights on above on the ceiling. Okay, I just have them flipped on. But I want to show you one thing. Okay, so watching this screen here, so I'm going to zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. I want to show you how important it is for lighting. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the lights. Okay, so that's how it shows with the lights off. I'm going to turn on one light, see how it changes. I'm going to turn on a second light, see how that changes. I'm going to turn on my track lights. No matter how I do it, it's always a little bit different because of the auto adjust. All right, and we want the lighting to be consistent through the whole thing. Otherwise, through your video, you're going to have a lot of flickering of light as you're trying to film. So it's important to have the light set at one spot. So I would say set up a lamp in one spot shining down on your props. Keep it that way the entire time. Or if you don't have a lamp, film this at the same time every single day. So maybe every morning from 9 to 10, you work on your claymation. Once it's past 10, stop. The next day, 9 to 10. So the lighting looks the same. Okay, now I know it's a little different with the clouds coming in, the sun shining. We can't control that, so just try to control it as much as you can so you don't get flickering of light, okay, unless you're using the light as an artistic effect. Now, in my story, I do want the sun to come up as part of my introduction. So I actually created a little sunshine that I'm going to use through my movie, and I did attach it to a stick because I want it to be able to move. So I'm going to use it here in the background, and I'm going to raise it up and down looking into the screen. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that so you can see what that looks like.